In 1977, a radio telescope operator received a signal. It lasted for 72 seconds. It came from deep space. It never repeated. A scientist circled the data on a paper and wrote one single word in red ink: "Wow." We have explored space for over 60 years. We have listened to billions of frequencies. We have observed hundreds of thousands of stars. We have searched for signs, for signals, for life. And we have found absolute silence. Tonight I will tell you why this silence might be the most important and the most terrifying discovery in human history. Let's start with the facts. In the observable universe, there are an estimated 200 billion stars. The number is so vast it loses all meaning. So let's use a comparison. If every star were a grain of sand, they would fill 10 massive Olympic-sized swimming pools. Most of these stars have planets. Billions of those planets have conditions where liquid water can exist. And life, at least on Earth, needs liquid water. The universe has existed for 13.8 billion years. That is more than enough time for civilizations to rise, evolve, and expand. Not once, not 1,000 times, but potentially millions of times over. So, here is the problem. If all these numbers are true, if space is bursting with possibilities, then where is everybody? Physicist Enrico Fermi asked this very question in 1950 over lunch at Los Alamos. His colleagues were calculating probabilities, debating the possibilities of space travel. And Fermi simply asked, "Where is everybody?" No one could answer him then, and no one can answer him now. There are three main explanations for the Fermi paradox. Let's start with the one no one wants to hear last. Explanation number one: we are alone. Perhaps life is staggeringly rare. Maybe Earth won the cosmic lottery, a large moon to stabilize our axis, Jupiter as a shield, pulling in asteroids and comets, plate tectonics to recycle carbon, a magnetic field to guard against radiation. Remove just one of these factors, and complex life becomes impossible. Perhaps you need all of them, all at once. Perhaps the number of such planets in the universe is close to zero. If this is true, we are alone, the only ones. The final proof that consciousness can even exist. But this is not the most terrifying explanation. Explanation number two: civilizations exist, but they remain silent. Perhaps space is teeming with intelligent beings, but they have learned something that we do not yet know. They have learned to be quiet. Why? We will return to that in a moment. Explanation number three: civilizations arise, but they destroy themselves before they can reach the stars. This is called the Great Filter. Imagine there is a barrier in the development of a civilization, a step, a threshold that almost no one passes, something that stops almost everyone before they can reach the stars. The question is the filter behind us, or is it ahead of us? If the filter is behind us, if, for example, the origin of life from nothing is nearly impossible, then that is good news. We have already passed the hardest part. Our future is open. But what if the filter is ahead of us? What if every advanced civilization reaches a certain point and then vanishes? Nuclear wars, engineered pandemics, uncontrolled AI, climatic collapse, runaway nanotechnology. The list is growing right now as our technology advances. The universe is silent because everyone else failed at this point, and we are just reaching it. Stop and think about it. The silence is not a mystery, it is a warning. Imagine you are in a dark forest. You can only see a few meters in any direction. You know there might be others out there. If you heard a sound, would you shout back? Or would you stay perfectly still? The dark forest theory says the universe is exactly like this forest. Every civilization knows that others exist, but no one knows if they are friendly or not. Resources are limited. Space is vast. And if another civilization is advanced enough to destroy you, they can do it before you even have time to react. The logic is brutally simple. Civilizations that shout, those that broadcast signals and announce their location, are found. And civilizations that are found do not necessarily survive. Civilizations that stay silent, they survive. Natural selection, on a cosmic scale, favors silence. If this theory is correct, and this is the part that personally gives me chills. We have been broadcasting signals into space for over 100 years. Radio, television, radar, it all leaks out at the speed of light. Around the Earth, there is now a sphere of human-made signals over 100 light-years in radius. We have already shouted in the forest. Let's go back to 1977. At Ohio State's Big Ear Radio Telescope, Jerry Amon is scanning through data prints. Suddenly, he stops. A signal. It lasts exactly 72 seconds. It's narrow, exactly what you'd expect from an artificial source. Its strength is overwhelming compared to the background noise of the universe. Amon circles the data and writes one word in the margin. Wow. The signal never repeats. Despite dozens of attempts to find it again, nothing. No one knows where it came from. No one knows what it was. Fast forward to October 2017. Astronomers spot something unprecedented. An object is tearing through our solar system, but it doesn't belong here. It's an interstellar traveler. They call it Oumuamua, Hawaiian for a messenger from afar. And then they notice something strange. Oumuamua is accelerating, but not like a comet. There's no gas, no trail, nothing to explain the boost in speed. Its shape is extreme, long and thin like a cigar or a flat disc. We've never seen anything like it in nature. Harvard astronomer Avi Loeb suggested the unthinkable. Oumuamua might be a light sail, a piece of technology driven by starlight, sent here on purpose. Most scientists disagreed. Natural explanations are always more likely, but we can never be sure, because Oumuamua is already gone. It has left our solar system, and we will never get a second chance to study it. If it was artificial, if someone sent it, they already know exactly where we are, and they haven't said a word. At this point, we have to stop and face an uncomfortable truth. We aren't just the seekers, we are also the target. From space, Earth glows with the lights of our cities. Our atmosphere is stained with industrial chemicals, markers that do not exist in nature. For 100 years, a bubble of our radio signals has been expanding into the void, second by second. An advanced civilization, even 1,000 light-years away, could already know we are here. And there is absolutely nothing we could do about it. But there is another side to this. Maybe the silence has a different explanation. Maybe we are simply the first. The universe is only 13.8 billion years old. It sounds like a long time, but star formation will continue for hundreds of billions more. Perhaps life needs a specific window of time to evolve, and for most planets, that time hasn't come yet. We might be the pioneers. The first ones to the party. It's a comforting thought, but it carries a massive responsibility. What we do with this planet, how we evolve, whether we survive our own dangerous youth, it might set the template for everyone who follows in our footsteps. 200 billion stars, billions of years of time, and yet total silence. There are three possibilities. We are alone, everyone else is already gone, or everyone else has learned to be afraid. I don't know which one is true. No one does. But I know one thing. The silence is not emptiness. It is a message, and our mission is to figure out what it means before it's too late. Thank you for watching. If this made you think, share this video with someone who thinks space is just a beautiful wallpaper. Maybe they too will start listening to the silence with new ears.